Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today is officially 20 days until I go to Disney. Technically my check-in isn't until 21 days, but I will be flying in the day before into Orlando to buy whatever else I need to get. But I'm just so excited. There's exactly 20 days left and it's so surreal. It still doesn't even feel like I'm moving. It doesn't feel like I'm actually going to be living in Disney World for 7 months. So yeah, I don't know, it's just really exciting, and the time has just gone by so fast. I thought that January is going to be so slow, but it's actually gone by pretty fast, which is kind of exciting. Anyway, so I know that once the arrivals start arriving at Disney World, applications do start to drop. So right now the applications are getting ready to drop for the fall of 2019. So I decided to make a video of the most frequently asked questions of the Disney College program. I did post the same thing in a couple of I think it was 4 different Facebook groups, and just about any questions that anybody had about the college program or about the application process. Keep in mind I am not an alumni, so I wasn't able to include all of the questions in this video because I don't know the answer myself, because I'm not an alumni. But anything that was regarding some things that I already know and that I could easily find an answer to, I did include that in this video. So if there's anything else that you guys have questions about, leave them in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer them or point you in the right direction of where you can find an answer for your question. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the very first question. So our first question is, what is the application process like? So honestly, the application process is super stressful. It's kind of a waiting game. So if you apply the day the applications drop, you can either move on to the WBI within an hour, within a couple minutes. I know some people got it within a week. You can wait months. It really just depends on each individual application. So the application process is not going to be the same for every single person. So it really just depends on you and your application. If you want, you can go ahead and watch my video that I did on the application process itself, where I talk more in depth about each step of the application process. I gave some tips on what to include in your application, how to get it ready, how to get it started, and it includes your initial application, the WBI, and your phone interview. So I'll have that video linked up here somewhere so you guys can go check that out. Sorry I can't really talk right now, but yeah. So the next question that we have is, how does the WBI work? So the WBI is also known as your web-based interview. So your web-based interview is kind of like a personality test. Everybody likes to call it a personality test. But it's just kind of a strongly agree, strongly disagree situation. So they'll give you a scenario. For example, I am always on time. You put strongly agree, strongly disagree, and you just pick one. And so I believe that there's 2 to 3 sections on your WBI. I want to say there's 2 or 3. I don't know, but it's always going to be the same thing. You're always going to be strongly agree, strongly disagree, or yes, no, true, false, I don't know, but it's always going to be those questions like that, with those types of answers. So that's your WBI. So once you've made it through your WBI, you get a response almost instantly as soon as you finish. So whenever I did my WBI, as soon as I clicked submit or whatever, submit, it took me to a new tab and I was like, congrats, you got a PI phone interview, and I got to schedule my phone interview. So a lot of the times after your WBI, you'll know almost instantly whether or not you're going to move on to a phone interview or not. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the WBI. Again, the WBI is included in my application process tips video. So the next question I have is tips for your phone interview, and again, this question can be answered in my previous video on the tips on the application process or something, but I will give my number 1 tip again, and it is to just be yourself and be confident. So if you are confident in your answers, if you're confident in how your interview is going, it'll translate through the phone. So just be confident, be yourself, and honestly, don't stress too much about your phone interview. It is probably to me the most important part. Well, they're all the important parts, but so your phone interview is kind of your make it or break it point. So just be confident, don't overthink it. It's really just you're having a conversation with another person. The recruiters are there they want you to succeed. They want you to get into this program. So just don't be so scared to just get on the phone with the recruiter. It's not that hard. You'll be okay. So now we're gonna move on to housing questions, things like that. So the first one that I have is, how do you find roommates? So so you can find roommates through any of the Disney college program pages on Facebook. So you go on Facebook, you can just type in like Disney College Program Fall 19 or Disney DCP Fall 19, and there's like gonna be a bunch of groups that come up. So you can just join all of those groups, and there's gonna be so many people on there like in the Disney community that are applying as well. You can just like type in and be like, hey, what's up? This is me. Here's some fun facts about me, and then just, you know, find roommates like that. Just kind of talk to people, comment on everybody's posts, make friends in the group, and then sooner or later you'll find somebody with the same dates as you and you'll be able to room with them. So I do want to mention also to kind of just be cautious and wary about how many roommates you're picking, because I will say that for this season, the spring season, we didn't know that the amount of people you can link with was going to change until after like everybody found their roommates. So we were all under the impression that you could link up to like 6 or 8 roommates in one apartment, but turns out that you could only room, or that you had the maximum amount to link with was 4. So yeah, there was 4 of us, me and my roommates, there was 4 total. And so then today actually we got to register for housing, but you could only link with 1 other person. So just kind of keep that in mind. Don't get too attached to your roommates. Like, even if you guys don't get to link up with each other, you can still be friends on the program and hang out and things like that. But just kind of, you know, don't get so attached that you guys are going to live together, because we were all so attached and we thought that we were all going to be able to link together, and that wasn't the case. So it kind of sucks, but hoping for the best. And so the next question I got is about the apartments and like what are the updated or outdated apartments and like how far away they are from each other, I think. But okay, so as I said before, I'm not an alumni, but I can answer that question for you because I've seen it be asked and answered so many times on the Facebook groups. So I want to say that the newest apartment complex is Patterson, and then there's Commons and Chatham. So I don't know exactly which one and what exact order it goes, but I will say that Patterson, I believe, is the newest. So Patterson, Commons, and Chatham are all within like the same area, so they're all like walking distance from each other, and Vista Way is a little bit like further away. I'll put up a picture of like the map or something so you can see that like Vista is by itself and then the other 3 are together. But yeah, I can't really give much detail on that because I haven't gotten there yet, but I will say that that's that. Oh, and also Vista is like the oldest complex, so I know that they have started renovating some of the rooms, but not all of them are completely renovated yet. So the next question that I have is, do you need to live in company sponsored housing? Like, is it mandatory for you to live in there? And the answer is no. You do not have to live on property of like the Disney housing. You don't have to live in Chatham, Patterson, Commons, or Vista Way. You can live off property. You can rent your own apartment with like a couple of other roommates. You do not have to live in company sponsored housing. But keep in mind though, whenever you are deciding whether or not you want to live on property or off property, like for example, if you aren't going to be having a car with you during your program, it probably wouldn't be the best idea for you to live off property, because Disney does provide you buses to get to and from work, to and from the parks. It also, I believe there's a bus that takes you to like the nearest like Publix, I think, or like to like go grocery shopping. So there are buses for you to use on property. Off property, if you weren't having a car, that probably wouldn't be the best idea, because you'd be having to rely on like Ubers or your friends to take you to work and things like that. So I mean, just kind of keep that in mind. Disney housing does have its perks, just like any other thing has its pros and cons. So it'll kind of just be up to you on what you think is best for you and your time in the Disney College program. The next question that I have is, are you allowed to hang up wall decorations? The answer is yes, you can hang things up, but from what I have understood is that you can only use like command strips or something that won't ruin the walls. So like no thumbtacks or anything like that, no nails, nothing that'll like make holes in the walls or like make the walls not pretty. The next question is, do you get credit, college credit, for doing the program? So that is solely based on your particular college or university. So if that is a concern for you, and if you are wanting to get credit, just go ahead and talk to one of your advisors or a counselor, whoever it is that would be able to answer your question, and kind of just get with them and see what they can offer you. I do know that some colleges do offer you credit for doing the program, but I know some colleges don't. So it's really just based on the college itself. So I would definitely just talk to an advisor or a counselor or someone and see if they would be able to give you credit for the program. The next question that I have is, are people just randomly selected to move on in the application process? So the answer is no. There's been many times where all of the recruiters that are on Twitter, for example, Christy, Stephanie, you know, the recruiters, they've all said that every application is reviewed. So someone does see your application, and it's not random at all. It's just nobody really knows exactly what they're looking for and what pulls an application faster than another. So that's always just kind of been kind of the dark spot of applying, is that you don't know what they're looking for. You don't know if they're looking for certain keywords. You don't know if they're looking for, you know, specific something. I don't know. Nobody really knows what they look for. So you kind of just have to do your best on your application. And the last question that I have for you guys is, are you allowed to attend a character performer audition after you got your no longer in consideration email? So no, unfortunately you cannot attend a character performer audition after being declined an offer. So I mean, that's just kind of simply put, like, you just can't do it. Like, the auditions are only open for people that have already been accepted or that have not gotten an answer yet. So as long as you have not gotten your no longer consideration email, you can attend the character performer auditions. Anyway, so that is all the questions that I'll be answering for you guys today. I am so sorry if I was talking really fast or talking loud, or I was just not able to talk correctly, because I just had some coffee, so I'm a little yeah. Anyways, so yeah. So anyways, those are all the questions that did I already say that? I said that. I think I said that. Yeah, anyways, 20 days left until I arrive at my Disney College program, and I'm so excited. Honestly, can't wait. I have like 4 luggages right there. One of them is completely full of clothes. The other one is full of like other things. Wait, I made a video on this. I'll link this up here, the video of like what I have packed so far. I still have a couple more things to put, but yeah. And if you are applying for the fall program, comment down below what you're most excited for of your program, and just good luck to everybody. I hope that all of you guys get accepted, and I hope that I get to meet all of you guys. I do want to extend my program, so I hope that I am able to extend and make more friends. So yes, anyways, I'm gonna just stop talking and probably take a nap before I have to go to work, because clearly I am still very tired. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!